Hi there everyone, just popping on to answer a very good question that was asked by one of my lovely customers about the differences and benefits of choosing either water, sphagnum moss or a soil mixture to grow your cuttings in. So let's have a chat about that. The first reason for this, and the thing that springs immediately to mind, is that if you propagate a plant in water, it grows water roots. If you propagate a plant in either moss or soil, it will actually grow soil roots. So soil roots are generally stronger and thicker than roots grown in water. The main reason for that is because plants grown in water don't really have to work very hard, so they tend to be a bit finer and very white and a bit more fragile, whereas soil roots tend to be thicker, they can be a bit hairier, and they tend to be a bit more sort of weathered looking, a bit brown or yellow due to the soil that they're grown in. So the other part of the question is, why would you choose to grow in, say, soil or moss rather than water? Some plants are higher risk of root rot, so I would tend to grow those in moss. Some plants are very stubborn and they just don't like growing in water, so I would either grow those in moss or a soil mixture. Sphagnum moss is very, very good for plants that require higher humidity, because it really helps to maintain that nice damp atmosphere inside your little closed environment. So the other benefit to growing cuttings in moss is that they're much less likely to rot than in water, because there's a lot more air around the roots and obviously less water, funnily enough. You may choose to do that in soil instead if you're not too familiar with moss, but I definitely would advise putting a lot of something like perlite in there to make sure that the soil is free draining, and also to make sure you keep lots and lots of air around those newly cut stems. Another thing to mention, there's a really good idea if you are taking any cuttings today, is depending on the plant, it's a really good idea to let that cutting dry out, or callus is the technical term. Just leave it on the side for an hour or two, just so that end scabs over a bit. It's much less likely to rot that way. If you are taking cuttings from succulents, things like crassula or sansevieria, anything like that really, you can actually let that callus on the side for 24, even 48 hours sometimes, because succulents can be very, very prone to rotting, especially in water. So I hope that's helped, and I will see you soon. Bye.